Hey everybody, welcome back to Uplift Beyond 95 with Sean Christopher Jenkins. I'm your boy, Sean Christopher Jenkins. Thanks so much for tuning in. I got a treat for you guys today, but before I do that, I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers. So you like this shirt that my wife gave me? It says fatherhood is kingdom work. Yeah, fatherhood is kingdom work. You see how it's backwards? I got to read it backwards like y'all. Maybe it's not backwards for you guys, but it is for me. Proverbs 22:6. So, yeah, man, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. I'm gonna talk more about that on my YouTube channel, Upload Past Crossroads. But let's get to today's video. Um, man, like I want to ask you guys a question. Like we're here to talk about stocks. We're here to talk about how to make generational wealth. You're here to watch my journey as God helps me to continue to live my dream and fulfill my dreams, and be able to pay for it financially. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and showing you guys like what God's doing with me and all the stuff I'm learning from investing because God's been providing for me from stocks, and I know He can do the same thing for you. No matter what storms or adversity or trials come in your life, man, stocks is where it's at. And so I'm here to tell y'all the game, just like I learned the game, because each one's supposed to teach one. But anyways, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Okay, here goes the question. Does life always go the way that you want it to go? Do things always pan out for you the way that you want it to pan out for you? You know, does every single dream that you have always come true? I don't have to keep on going. You guys see where I'm going at. So in saying that, why in the world do you think when you invest in stocks that you're miraculously gonna have everything go your way? That's not the way life works. That's not the way, you know, things happen in this world for anybody, right? So what makes you an exception to the rule? Because you put your money in something, you expect it to do good and be good 24/7, 7 days a week, every single second of every single day. That's not the way stocks work. So today's video I titled The Biggest Mistake New Stock Investors Make. And this is gonna be a whole series that I always will talk about, but this is the biggest mistake that new stock investors make. And what is it? Giving up on winners, giving up on stocks way too soon. Now, I can tell you somebody that's been in the market a long time, and I can tell you somebody who hasn't been in the market a long time just based on how they talk and how they articulate their experience when it comes to stocks. For example, if a new investor talks like this, they'll say like, "Man, stocks are," or just somebody that's ignorant about stocks. They'll be like, "Man, stocks ain't where it's at." I lost money in stocks, man. But how long were you in the stock? That's the question, right? Warren Buffett, the greatest investor ever, he said, "Time in the market beats time in the market." And when he says that, that means a lot of things. I don't mean just one thing. There's a lot of ways to articulate that truth, that wisdom, that proverb that he's given us. Time in the market beats time in the market. So he's saying the longer you've been in the market, which is the greatest investors ever, like him, Warren Buffett, Howard Marks, Peter Lynch, like the greatest investors ever, they're in the market for years, decades, centuries if they live that old. Like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's like 96. And he's still in the stock market, still investing, right? Why? Why? Like he's already, he's, he doesn't need the money. And that's the thing. Like, what was I talking about? Yeah, that kind of proves my point what I'm trying to solidify and convey to you guys. Like Warren Buffett been in the market for so long, he's seen so much. Like he knows how stocks move, especially the stocks he's been invested in, been accustomed to, the companies that he did research on before he invested in it. And he's been in some stocks for so long, right? See, that's an investor that knows what they're talking about. That's somebody that's real knowledgeable about stocks. So remember, I talked about in previous videos here at Uplift Beyond for my Uplift Beyonders. I told you guys that, that you have to know what you're invested in. You have to know what you own. So like when it comes to stocks, the number one rule, there's a lot of rules, but the number one rule is know what you own. Right? Before you invest in something, you got to know exactly what you're putting your money into because this is your hard earned money. This ain't just money that you just got carelessly inherited it. You know what I mean? Like if you've been working and you got to work for everything you got, like, you'll be really careful about you're really cautious and careful about where you put your money because you may lose it. And so that's the game. In this life, you're trying to obtain, sustain, and keep and hold and hoard as much money as possible. Why? So you can do as much as possible. Because what happens if you don't have no money? You go through hell. You experience hell on this earth. Ain't nothing worse than not having any money. So I'm here to tell you the game of how to make money. So the biggest mistake that investors make is this. New investors especially, they get out of stocks too soon. They get out of stocks before it even does anything. And that leads to another mistake too. They're invested in the wrong thing, right? So I'm going to show you guys my portfolio right now. And this proves my point that I'm trying to convey on this video, okay? So as you guys can see from the last time I showed you guys my portfolio, I'm down, right? I'm down. You hear what I said? And so y'all saw it at 101,000. Y'all saw it at 98,000. I think the last time y'all saw it at 94,000, and now y'all see it at 92,000. Now, granted, I'm down because I've been taking money out, way too much money, if I'm being honest. I would be at like $110,000, but that's beside the point. I'm down because all together, today, with the majority of my stocks, I was down, right? In some kind of way, right? Especially with AMD. So that really hurt me today, right? So in saying all this, a lot of beginners investors, when they invest their money, they get out of stocks as soon as it goes in the red, right? That's one way they get out of stocks. Another way to get another time when they get out of stocks is when it hasn't done anything for a certain amount of time. And if I'm being honest, like time in the market beats time in the market. So that's what Warren Buffett says, right? So the longer you've been in the stock, the more likely it's going to go up. That's the stock market. So with great companies and great businesses, if you are invested in them as a stock investor, like if they are continually coming out with great earnings come out 4 times a year. So a company has to report like how much money they got going out, how much debt are they in, like, what is their money going into. So like the earning report says a lot. So if these earning reports are great and showing that this company is growing, like they got more money coming in than before, like every single quarter, every single earnings call, every single conference call, like you hear all good things, like, and nothing bad and controversial, like, like lawsuits and like, for example, Elf Beauty, they don't have products that are coming in that give people skin cancer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that will hurt a stock like Elf Beauty, my third highest stock right now as of Tuesday, June 24, 2006. So yeah, so like when you're invested in a great company, you never pull out. Like if I'm being honest, time in the market beats time in the market, right? So you want to be invested in a stock for as long as possible. Like honestly, you should never touch that money. So I've been touching my money, right? Because I've been unemployed since 2023. I haven't been making money like I was making when I was a software tester and developer. So I have to rely on my stocks. But because I built it out and didn't touch it for so long, like from 2020 to 2024, really, because I didn't touch that. Actually, yeah, 2024, 2025. Like, so because, yeah, 2024. So because I didn't touch that money for years, now I built a solid foundation that I can live off of, depend on. And if I go back to working like I was, or if I just figure out a way to make money like I was making, or if I just have multiple streams of income coming in to where I make just all I need is $2,000 a month. But if I get 2,500, 3,000, 3,000, oh my gosh, if I get that much, like it's over with. It's over with. Right. But I just can't work like that because I'm in school. But that's beside the point. All I'm trying to say is like, the game with investing is time in the market beats time in the market. I'm gonna keep on saying that so you guys can get it. I'm gonna give you so much wisdom and insights about that it helps you on your investment journey. So you want to find a stock, you want to find a business, you want to find a company that's killing the game. I mean, they are going up in value every single day. They're being innovative. They're in every single thing that's going on in this world. Like, for example, Amazon and Apple and Google, they all have EVs now. Like, they're Apple's about to start their own electric vehicle. Like, they're making the product now. They've been doing it for years. It's about to come out. The same thing for Tesla. You know that? Like, and but that's not all they do. Like, and I said Amazon and Google. So that means, like, will Amazon freaking have their own, they already have their own mail service, but will they save money and not have deliverers deliver the mail, but instead will they have drones deliver the mail? You know, or so I talked to, and I said drones. You hear that? Like, that's innovative. Like, send drones, so they're saving money so that they can keep on making even more money and holding even more money to be able to pay for even more things, to do more things. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amazon doesn't just do one thing. They're a monopoly. Like, and it's illegal to be a monopoly as a company in the United States, but man, some companies just get real close to it. And Google and Amazon, like, they're the closest, man, like, to being one, because they're buying up all these businesses and they got their hands in every single thing that's going on in this world. That's what you're looking for in a stock. Like, you don't pick a stock like Coca-Cola, like, KFC, or like, Walgreens. Like, there's a time. If you would get in those, there's a time to do it, right? And I'm gonna talk about that, in other videos. But the biggest mistake investors make is just getting out of stocks too quickly, right? Like, you gotta wait. Like, if I'm being honest, like with my stocks that I've been invested in, I'm gonna name some of them, and these are stocks you can go with, right? They're the greatest companies in the world. My number one stock of all time is Palantir. Like, Palantir, that stock right there, I made definitely at least 60,000 from just that stock. Maybe more, maybe 90. Like, it was something crazy. Like, that's the biggest return I ever made. Like, I bought it at $5.88 in 2020. And I was buying it when it came in the market at $40 or $30. It was something crazy. And then it dropped all the way down to $5.88 because of COVID. And now it went all the way to $200. Right, but now it's back at $112 as of today. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's like a 2,500% return or 3,000% return, something crazy. Like, and that's what you're looking for in a stock. So if a stock can't move like that and do that for you, so like you're looking for the next Amazon, the next Apple, the next Google, like something that's gonna go up so crazy, Tesla, something that's gonna go up so crazy from when you bought it, that it ends up being a fortune, life-changing money, if you keep on buying into it every single paycheck, every single day, every single month. Like, you put whatever you can into it, $50, or like if the stock price is at $50, you buy one share, or you buy two shares for $100. You have $100 to put in for a stock that's at $50, right? Or you have $200 to put in every paycheck for a stock that's at $40, right? So then you get, like, I don't know, 8 shares or something. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, it wouldn't be 8, it'd be like 4. But you see what I'm saying? Like, but that's how you invest, right? And you're patient, right? The tortoise, the turtle won the race against the hare, against the rabbit, not the other way around. Like, so people are looking for quick money, like I talked about in the previous video. But like, when in this stock game, it takes time. Like, if I'm being honest, what I'm trying to say to you, and I meant to say about 50 times now, but now I'm saying it. Like, it took me about 6 months, right? About 6 months to finally make money from my stocks. So you build a position, right? You pick the stocks you want to go with. So I'm gonna name a few that you can go with. They're great companies as of today, as of right now, because things can change, right? But like, they're doing great and everything. Like, Netflix is a good one to go with right now. I said Google, Amazon, Facebook is down. Facebook is down, man, down. Boy, you better get some Meta. So, Facebook is down. Trying to think of some more, like, the ones I got: SoFi, AMD, Nvidia's down. It's at $200 a share right now. So, like, when a stock's hit and it's down and beaten up and nobody believes in it, everybody's reporting bad news about it, like, that's when you buy it, right? Because Warren Buffett said, what did Warren Buffett say again? He said that when everybody's fearful, that's when you need to be greedy. But when everybody's greedy, That's when you need to be fearful. So you don't invest in a stock when there's so much hype on it. Like people have been asking me about SpaceX. I'm about to get my opinion about that on a whole separate video. But SpaceX ain't a stock you go with as of right now, because if you do your research on any stock when it comes into the market and IPOs, and it's first introduced to the stock market, it always shoots up, but their fall's great. It always goes down because the market has to correct it and show exactly where it is on the trajectory of all the rest of the stocks, or where it is based on its earnings, its innovativeness, all that stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff that comes with investing. So people don't know about this stock yet, SpaceX. They don't know about this company yet. They just invested in it for the hype. And what did Warren Buffett said? When everybody's greedy, you need to be fearful. Why? Because the fall's going to be great when everybody's in it. A good example is GameStop. You remember when GameStop was, shooting up, and I think AMC, when they both were shooting up and everybody was investing in it when it was already gone up. So you invest in stuff when it's down, when it's beaten up and nobody believes in it. That's when you get in on it. So the biggest mistakes people making them in stocks is getting into a stock and selling out quick. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. Like, people got into GameStop, got into AMC, they got into a lot of stocks, right? Just from hearing about it, right? When it's all hype, right? And it's all puffed up and elevated, like, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's the company to go with." But what happens? They fizzle out quick. They sell quick because it goes down. But that's the whole point. I'm gonna do another video like talking about the same thing, but stocks go down and stocks go up. It's a part of the game. And that's gonna lead to my next video. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Stocks go up and stocks come down. It's a part of life. Comes with the territory of investing. And if you're in a loser, when it goes down, you're not gonna be convicted about it, right? If you're investing in something you shouldn't be invested in, when it goes down, you're going to sell out of it. That's why it's the biggest mistake investors make, because sometimes you sell out of something you don't really understand and you should understand. You wish you would have understand, because hindsight's 2020. As soon as you sell out of it, it shoots up. Because you didn't do your research and didn't know this company as you should have known it before you invested in it, right? You didn't know it was going to shoot up, right? So that's the game. Time in the market beats time in the market. The longer you've been invested in a stock, and the longer you've been invested in stocks in general, in the stock market, the better you're going to get at this game, right? Time in the market beats time in the market. So you can start timing stuff, but you're never going to be right with timing, right? You're always going to be off because we're human. We're not God. We don't know everything. And stocks change based on the economy, based on economics, like even with COVID, Great Depression, the great housing crisis in 2008 or whatever it's called. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything can cause stocks, especially the whole entire stock market, the whole entire crypto market, the whole entire housing market, anything, war, anything could cause stocks to plummet, right? And multiple events really cause stocks to just lose value. And nobody believe in the stock market. But that's when you invest in the stock market. That's what you're looking for. As soon as there's another COVID, it happens like every 8 years. Like some drastic event in this world that's going to cause everybody to sell out of stocks and to hold it because they're scared. And all the stocks will lose its value. And that's, my friend, is when you're supposed to invest, my fellow uplifters and uplift beyonders, right? So let's stop this video. I'm gonna hit you guys with this same topic continually going on, but this is the biggest mistake that new beginning investors make. And I just named a few of them. I didn't just name one. So I hope you captured that and enjoyed it. But you guys know what to do. I hope you click the like button. If you don't click the like button, you're doing me a disservice, man. What are you doing? Like, please help a brother out. If you don't hit the like button from wherever you're watching from, man, like you're really hurting me, Petey. You're hurting me, Petey. All right, but anyways, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and after you subscribe, click the bell so you're notified anytime I upload another video, anytime I go live, no matter what I do on here, you'll get it. If you click that bell and click all so you're notified whenever I do anything on Uplift Beyond 9 to 5 with Sean Christopher Jenkins. All right. And then also I'm on Facebook as well. Uplift Beyond with Sean Christopher Jenkins. So same name. You see the same videos on here. So if you prefer to watch the videos on Facebook, you can do that as well. And then you can watch it me on TikTok as well. Uplift Beyond 9 to 5 right here. And then I mentioned my ministerial page. So if you're interested in seeing all my sermons and Bible studies and seeing videos of me and my son and friends doing Bible studies and talking and stuff, and other my same friends I do Bible study with, seeing their sermons and stuff like that, you can go to this channel, our ministerial page, Uplift past Crossroads. And then here goes my other social media platforms. But I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, please hit the like button, especially if you watched all the way to the end. And leave a comment if you got any questions. You want me to do a video on any questions that you have about stocks, the market, and stuff like that. And I would love to answer your questions. Okay. But thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later, my fellow Uplift Beyonders and Uplifters. All right, peace.